Hi, this is Alison of Foxwood Yoga, and this Yoga Nidra that I have written is to offer a brief escape from 21st century life. Just a little time out. Settle yourself somewhere where you can find some physical stillness, where your body can be supported and comfortable. Take a few moments to iron out any wrinkles in any blankets that you might be using, supporting yourself with any props, bolsters, pillows. And you might, if you have one, like to use an eye pillow, or you can simply close the eyes. Welcome to this space. Welcome to this practice of Yoga Nidra, and welcome home to yourself. As we begin this Yoga Nidra, acknowledge any thoughts that might be hanging around, trying to disrupt your peace. And then allow them to just gently float away. Safe in the knowledge that you cannot practice this wrongly. There's absolutely no wrong way of practicing Yoga Nidra. Simply being here in this space, in your comfortable place, is enough. And if you begin to drift asleep, don't struggle to stay awake. Let yourself drift. There's no need to worry if you don't hear everything that I say, because the deepest part of you is always listening. Everything's okay, and nothing else matters right now. We have nowhere to go, nothing to do, no one to please, just simply be. And I invite you now to bring your attention to your breath. Notice the steady inhale and exhale of your breath. Feeling the gentle rise and fall of your chest as the air enters and then leaves your body. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. And with every exhale, surrendering the weight of your body to the mat or to your cushions. Surrendering the weight of your body to the earth. Feeling the earth support your body as you settle deeper into the space of awareness that is Yoga Nidra. Following the rhythm of the steady inhale and exhale of your breath, and exhaling anything that is not currently serving you, allowing the mind and the body to be still, to rest. Now is the time to simply savor being here. This is time for you. It is enough just to be here, as you are, and exactly where you need to be. Sometimes a person may have a heart's prayer, a deep, heartfelt resolve, a sankalpa. What would your heart say to you? If you have one, now is the time to acknowledge that thought and welcome it in. But whether you do or whether you do not, again, it is enough just to be here in a state of openness and awareness. And I invite you now to take a journey with me in your mind around the body, a journey of sensation. Acknowledge each body part in turn as I mention it. Perhaps you might like to bathe that body part in a golden light, or you can place a shining star at each space. Or perhaps it's enough to simply be aware of each point. Welcome all sensation just as it is. Now bringing your attention to the right hand side of your body. Just the right hand side of your body. Starting with your right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, all of the fingers and the thumb together, the palm of your hand, the back of your hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, top of the arm, armpit, shoulder, ribs on the right hand side of the body, waist, hip, top of the leg, knee, shin, ankle, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. All of your toes together. The sole of your foot, heel, calf, back of the knee, back of the thigh, buttock, back of the body, the whole of the right hand side of your body. The whole of the right hand side of your body. The right hand side of your body. And now bringing your attention to the left hand side of your body. The left hand side of the body. Starting with your left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, all of the fingers and the thumb together, the palm of your hand, the back of your hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, top of the arm, armpit, shoulder, ribs on the left hand side of the body, waist, hip, top of the leg, knee, shin, ankle, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe, all of your toes together, the sole of your foot, heel, calf, back of knee, back of thigh, buttock, back of the body, the whole of the left hand side of your body, the whole of the left hand side of your body, the left hand side of your body. Now bringing your attention to your neck, the back of your head, the top of your head, forehead, eyes, cheeks, nose, lips, chin. The whole of the body. The whole of the body. the whole of your body. And as you rest, I invite you now to imagine that you can feel yourself becoming heavier and heavier each time you breathe out. So heavy that you might leave an imprint of your body on your mat or the chair or the bed. Just like you would if you were to lie on a newly made bed or a sandy beach. Extremely heavy. And then let that feeling begin to fade. And now allow in your mind's eye your body to begin to feel light, extremely light, like a feather on a breeze or a leaf on a stream, floating. So light that maybe you might drift away if it wasn't for your breath anchoring you safely to the earth, keeping you grounded. And then let that feeling of lightness gradually drift away. Now noticing the parts of your body that feel heavy and the parts that feel light at the same time. Heavy and light, light and heavy, both at the same time. Light and heavy. And then let that sensation drift away. Let it pass. And I invite you now to imagine that you are holding a cup in the right hand side of the body in your hand, and that this cup contains something very cold. Not uncomfortably cold, but cold enough that you can feel iciness radiating through your hand and up the arm and into the right hand side of the body. And in your left hand is another cup. And this cup contains something really warm. It's not uncomfortably hot, but warm enough that you can feel the heat radiating through your palm and into the left hand side of your body. Feeling the warmth in your hand, travelling up the arm and around the body. Cold in your right hand, heat in your left. And then allow the body to become an even temperature throughout. And let that feeling of cold pass. Let it fade. Then bringing your attention back to your breath and the naturally arising rhythm of your breath. Noticing the air at the tip of your nose as it enters your nostrils, a gateway to your body. Noticing as it descends down into your lungs, sending the breath deep into your body, down beyond the lungs into the depths of your tummy, and then down to the tips of your toes. And as you exhale, feel the breath rising all the way to the crown of your head before it leaves the body. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Breathing all the way from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head, noticing the rise and fall of the chest, following the breath, noticing the whole body breathing, the whole body breathing. And now I invite you to take a journey with me. But imagine that you have a magical mode of transport. It might be a magic carpet, or perhaps it's a mystical unicorn that travels at the speed of light. If you like Doctor Who, it might be a teleporting machine or a TARDIS. Or if you're a Harry Potter fan, it might be Ron's fantasy car that flies. But whatever it is comfortable and it is right for you. So step into or onto your mode of transport and make yourself comfortable. And in your mind's eye, take yourself on a journey. The first place that you stop is a stunningly beautiful tropical rainforest. Step into the forest and feel the forest floor under your feet. Rest assured that there isn't anything here that you don't like or that would harm you. But what can you hear? Perhaps there are birds calling, or the sounds of animals. Notice the air against your skin. Perhaps it feels humid and warm, and maybe there's rain falling. Spend a moment walking in your rainforest, noticing the sights, the sounds, the smells, maybe even the taste of the air in your forest. What do you hear? What do you feel? What do you smell? What can you see? And then slowly returning to your unicorn or your magical carpet or whatever it is that you choose to transport you. And make yourself comfortable once again as we travel to your next destination. And you arrive now in a winter wonderland. It's so beautiful that it could feature on a Christmas card. Step into that scene and feel the crunching of the snow underfoot and snowflakes tickling the tip of your nose, maybe tickling the tip of your tongue. Perhaps there are people skiing, or maybe skating, or maybe you're alone, but it's your choice. Take a moment here to enjoy this landscape, to be a part of it if you wish, or simply just to observe the scene. What do you hear? What do you see? What do you feel? Can you taste the Christmas in the air? Drink it all in. And then it is time to travel to your next destination. And when you arrive, you find that you step onto the warm sand and you feel it between the toes. Feel the dry air on your skin and maybe the heat from the sun that cannot burn you. Observe the ripples in the sand dunes that are there. Perhaps you can see the shimmering heat. Maybe there is water. Perhaps it's the sea. Maybe you can hear the sound of the waves gently lapping on the shore. What do you see? Maybe you can smell the salty aroma of the sea. Perhaps you'd like to take a while to walk along the beach or the sand dunes. But maybe you'd like to dive into the cool water. Perhaps you would prefer to simply rest and observe. But stepping back into your transport, let it take you to our final destination, which is a peaceful meadow on a beautiful day. Walk into the meadow and keep walking until you find a secret pathway. Follow the path, and as you turn a corner, there in front of you is the most perfect building you have ever seen. It's beautiful and it's exclusively yours, exactly how you would like it to be. Maybe it's a crystal castle or a palace made from gold. It could be a sumptuous log cabin or a simple tent in the woodland, but whatever it is perfect for you. Step inside and notice the sights, sounds, and smells around you. Rest a while in total security. You may be alone, or perhaps you have company. This is entirely your choice. But whilst you're here, you are protected from everything and everybody. Before we leave, I'd like to reassure you that this utopia is always available to you at any time that you might need it. Maybe a moment or two whilst you're waiting for a kettle to boil. You can close your eyes and it's always there in your dreams or in your subconscious. It's possible to step into it for a moment or two when needed. It's your safe haven. And now it is time to climb aboard your mode of transport and return to the present. Beginning to feel your body back on your yoga mat or in your chair or against your cushions. Take a moment here to revisit your sankalpa, your heart song, your deepest desire if you have one. Embracing change with openness and awareness. Slowly begin to breathe some energy into your body. Slowly moving your fingers and toes and perhaps touching the tip of each of your finger with your thumb in turn. Perhaps giving your toes a little wiggle. Maybe circling the jaw. Or perhaps taking a stretch in both directions. And then mindfully, if you're able to, turn onto your right hand side and rest for a moment before reawakening as we come towards the end of this Yoga Nidra practice. And when you're ready, if you are lying down, slowly rise to a seated position. Bring the hands to rest in prayer at your heart center. Take a moment and then gently flutter the eyes open, gradually allowing the light to enter once again. It has been both an honor and a pleasure to share this practice of Yoga Nidra with you. May you go forward with peace in your mind, peace in your thoughts, and peace in your heart. Ariom Tat Sat. This practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete.